ever said that anybody else is awful.
I'm saying it now.
Excellent.
The show is fantastic fun and also really chilling. What was it that first kind of attracted your attention to the Midwich Cuckoos?
I think it was exactly that. You just put it really well. It was fantastic fun and really chilling. Both of those things are, a great combination.
Oh, Hannah. Don't.
Hannah, please. Mummy, what have you done?
As someone who doesn't want any more kids, this was perfect viewing for me.
How many have you got?
I've got 2.
Oh,
That's
okay.
more than enough.
I think it's like 8.
Why do you think this idea of children taking over is so unsettling and terrifying?
Gosh, it's a good question, isn't it? I think the idea of children taking over is one thing, but these children taking over is quite another, because they are obviously sort of seemingly all knowing and mature and weird and alien.
Yeah.
And what is it that they actually want, which is the mystery of the show.
And as an adult, there's something so kind of unique about, childhood and, I guess, unknown about like a baby and what that means and who that person is.
A tiny version of a human.
I can't sleep.
And why can't you sleep?
Because bad things will happen.
I've only ever heard wonderful compliments from co-stars of Keeley saying how great she is to work with. Can you give us the truth?
No, yeah, it's terrible. Horrible.
Go into every interview, you just hope maybe this will be the time.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Let's shake things up a bit.
Exactly, she's a nightmare. No, I think it's so important when you're playing something as close as mother and daughter to really be able to just be around each other and for it to be easy, and I think we definitely had that.
There's a few changes from the book. Obviously, your character's changed from a man to a female, and there seems to be a closer focus on the female characters. What do you think those changes bring to the show?
Well, it's a modernity, isn't it, really? It's bringing it into the now, because the idea of having a male at the centre of this incredibly female story about women and women's bodies feels dated. I think if you're going to make this, you have to bring it into the here and now.
And it is exactly about that. It is exactly about, your body being taken over. So in that sense, it's such a sort of timeless story as a woman, because throughout history, your body has been kind of objectified or used in ways beyond your control. So I think doing that in a modern way and the story is being led by a woman, it just feels like a perfect time to do that.
Mm.
The way that I felt right after, I couldn't put it into words. It felt like I was visited.
The children in it are great. How impressed were you by this, the young cast?
So impressed. I mean, just stealing every scene that they're in, and none of us could take our eyes off them and their performances. They were really brilliant, and they had a lot to deal with. They had wigs, they had longer makeup than any of us. They have little tiny sets of false teeth in. Like, it's a lot. Acting with false teeth in makes everything doubly hard. The way that they're able to just jump into character, they'd be doing a sort of TikTok dance, and we'd turn over and call action, and they'd go from the middle of a TikTok dance straight in.
Has there ever been a TV show or movie that's kind of left a sort of lasting impression on you that you still sort of terrifies you now?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, really?
I think I watched it far too young.
I watched The Haunting of Hill House, the original, not the remake, and it's absolutely terrifying, black and white, and mostly it's just this noise. It's a sort of banging that you can hear, and it's a bit like Midwich in the sense that it's a sort of nuanced horror. You don't actually see anything, but the idea, it's more about where your imagination takes you as to what this frightening thing could be. And I remember not being able to move really from the sofa, having seen that is terrifying.